My name is Kathleen, and I live in Montague Township, which is south of Ottawa. I'm a 66-year-old retired emergency nurse who has worked in emergency rooms for 40 odd years. During my career, I've cared for thousands of cardiac patients. For many years, I have had episodes of mild, intermittent chest pain, and this pain would occur both at rest and with exercise. I didn't have any other symptoms associated with it, so I wasn't sure if it was cardiac pain. Like most women, I dismissed this pain because it didn't last, it wasn't severe, and I was always really busy. One day at work, I was walking down the hall and suddenly developed an intense central chest pressure, along with sweating and nausea. Women often have a triad of symptoms associated with their heart problems. I scooted into the nearest bathroom because I thought I was going to throw up. Oh boy, I was really scared. I realized that this could be cardiac associated pain. I didn't want to die in the bathroom, so I splashed water on my face and went back out into the hall. I propped myself up against the wall until the symptoms went away. Whew, that was good. I carried on and I jogged to the intercampus bus. I had to get back to work. It's so common for women to ignore or excuse these symptoms because they are busy or are afraid people will think they are exaggerating. I finished my work and the pain didn't come back. The next day I was at home. It was my weekend. Unfortunately or fortunately, the pain returned along with the nausea and sweating. I told my husband what was going on. He's a paramedic and very pragmatic. He stared at me and said, "What the heck is wrong with you?" He insisted that I go to the hospital. I was admitted to the emergency room and placed on a heart monitor, had several cardiograms, blood tests, a cardiac MRI, and was cared for by my colleagues. That was a very surreal experience for me. I much prefer to be on the nurse side of the bed. I'm quite a good nurse, but I'm a terrible patient. I feel like I was complaining. I didn't want to tell them when I was having symptoms. Why do we women do this to ourselves? All of the tests were normal. Oh my God, I felt very stupid and foolish. Why did I let myself get talked into being a patient? We women always seem to have this negative self talk. Lord knows I had heard it from my patients. I would sit down with my patients and explain to them that they were right to come to the ER and that other tests and referrals were being arranged for them as an outpatient. I was discharged and was told that everything was good, and maybe my symptoms were related to my ongoing condition of systemic lupus. My husband helped me realize that I wasn't invincible. Cardiac disease runs in my family. I had decided to take this seriously. I was referred to a cardiologist. I had a Holter monitor and was referred for an angiogram. I went for this first angiogram. They started the procedure by inserting a catheter into my right radial artery in my wrist. Unfortunately, my artery went into spasm and they had to remove the catheter. Next, they catheterized my right groin to continue the procedure. After the test, the cardiologist told me that I had a heart of a 20-year-old. However, he said that I most likely had a spastic vessel in my heart. He was basing that on the fact that my right wrist artery had spasmed um, during the first part of the angiogram. He started me on some medication. I was sent off to conquer the world. He followed me for a year, and I had some only very minor episodes of chest pain. I was discharged from cardiology service and was told my family doctor would continue my cardiac care. I was good for 2 or 3 years, just some simple episodes of 2 to 3 out of 10 chest pain. Then it happened. It was the summer of 2024. I was out walking the dogs. I was hit with severe chest pain, sweating, and was so short of breath that I had to sit down on the side of the road. Thank God I always carry my cell phone with me. I felt so sick that I readily agreed to go to the hospital. This time I was referred to Dr. Garub at the Women's Heart Health Center and at the Ottawa Heart Institute. Even though she knew I was a nurse, she took time to explain everything to me in the detail that I needed. After repeating my Holter monitor, she arranged for an echocardiogram and a repeat angiogram. She also referred me to the cardiac rehab program at the Heart Institute. This was a great program because it helped me define my limitations and improve my exercise tolerance safety. There were a number of other programs she told me that I could register for, all organized by the Women's Heart Health Center. I chose the Women at Heart peer support group, and I'm so glad that I did. Women at Heart was a salvation. I met other women who had all been diagnosed with serious heart conditions. Our facilitators, Gail and Megan, led us through a wide range of topics like cardiac physiology, medications, diet, and exercise. They also included sessions on how to support your physical and emotional health, how to set limits, and most importantly for me, how to say no. The best part of this group was sharing with the other women in my group. They understood what I had gone through in a very different way than my nurse friends did. We did this for each other every time we met. My group still meets once a month to touch base with each other. I had my repeat angiogram a few months ago. During that angiogram, one of my major cardiac arteries went into a severe spasm. I was diagnosed with Prinzmetal angina, or what is commonly known as cardiac artery spasm. These spasms can occur randomly, but can also occur due to stress. I've been taking some new medications, limiting the projects that I take on. I'm doing yoga and meditating. Because of the Women's Heart Health Program, the Ottawa Heart Institute, I have had a difficult to diagnose condition identified, and I'm being treated effectively, and I have a wonderful group of supportive women.